We're live. And I realize I still haven't taken my allergy pill today. Oh, dear goodness. Give everybody a little bit to get on here on this Friday. Oh, man, my friends. I'll tell you. I have a little random rhinestone that I found by, stepping on it this morning. No idea what it's from. Absolutely no idea. I cannot fathom what this belongs to. But alas, I found it nonetheless on the bottom of my foot. As it is. Hi, Lissa. Good morning. Good morning. It's awfully late for morning. Hi, Tracy. I want to see. Does your little your logos does show up? Yes. I was hoping that you would be on here, Lissa, just so I could see if your membership logo, your membership badge showed up, and it does, and it makes my heart happy. I don't know can you see it? Because I can see it. You've got a nice little cup of coffee next to your name now. Tracy's here and Chrissy's here. Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. We made it. Hallelujah. This has been a weird week for me, guys. Like, really a weird week for me. I've just felt crummy. Not sick. I don't know if it's winter. Is it a winter thing? Okay, tell me if it's a winter thing. But I have been sneezing more than normal. Not like stuffy coffee, I have a cold, but legit just sneezing. And I take an allergy, you weren't here for the beginning of it, but I literally took it on camera. I take fexofenadine, which is Allegra, every day. And I've taken some medicine like that every day since I was 10 years old. So the fact that I'm getting sneezier, I'm like, everything is dead outside. What the heck am I allergic to? I don't understand. Is it just winter? Is that a thing? Being more sneezy and having more I'll have much more sudden onsets of the nose tickle and then, oh crap, I gotta sneeze. And that doesn't happen to me very often unless I'm deliberately exposed to something I'm allergic to, like a dog. And it's not my dog because my dog is hypoallergenic. I'm not allergic to Gracie. But man, it's been making me crazy. And so between that and the way my body's been reacting to cold, I've just kind of felt crummy. So it's been a long, less than productive week. It is what it is. We're still finding little odd things floating around from the previous owners of our house we moved into 2 years ago. Yeah, we've thoroughly vacuumed many times. I have and this is something, it's a rhinestone. It makes perfect sense that something I own would have a rhinestone on it because I like blingy things, but I can't for the life of me place this specific rhinestone. I don't know. Summer is here. Hello, and Trudy. I'm just being silly. I'm pretty sure I said good morning Tuesday night, too. Oh, I must have missed that. And yeah, it shows up for me, too. I was wondering if it would. I wasn't sure if being a mod would override the icon. Yeah, I wasn't sure either. But alas, now you have... My husband is calling, and I can't answer because I'm live with you. Give me a moment while I inform him of that, because I'm live streaming. Sorry about that. Timing, right? Am I right? Oh my gosh. I literally just found your channel. Well, hello. Welcome. I'm very, very glad you're here. So today I'm here to talk about the weekly weigh-in, as I do most Fridays. I had a week that I was very convinced that I was not going to lose. I'm very convinced that I wasn't going to lose. And so I was like, I basically got on the scale as my data point. That was it. Hi, Audrey. Happy Friday. And I got on the scale and I had a loss of 0.2. 0.2. And I was like, you know what? A loss is a loss is a loss, and that's a win. Sorry, guys. And so I felt good about that. I felt very good about that for a couple of reasons. I'm convinced, even though in my tracker I had gotten 4 weeklies remaining, there's a very, very real possibility, very real, that the weeklies were not actually there. And so with the event, let's recap. As of last Friday, what did I do last Friday? Last Friday we stayed in. Saturday, we went to the Minnesota Timberwolves game where we were in like an executive suite box and got food given to us and alcohol and all that jazz. I had a couple of drinks. I had some food. It was great. I feel like I have to sneeze. See? See? I don't understand. Oh, it's the worst. So that was Saturday. Sunday, we stayed downtown. We had breakfast at a hotel. We had lunch at a church function, and they catered in Panera Bread, which was amazing, and Trackable, which was really great because I was like, oh, hey, I actually have access to all of the information for this. So that was awesome. And then for her dinner, we went over to a friend's house for her baby shower. And so we had 3 meals out that day. 3 meals. I actually don't know that I tracked most of that at all. I know I tracked Panera. I might not have even tracked breakfast now that I think about it. And then Monday, we went to the Florida Panthers game, which is also known as the Minnesota Wild game. And that's a hockey game. And we had like a chicken strip. Eric and I shared a chicken strips basket that had French fries in it, which was pretty solid for stadium food. The stadium that we were at, the Excel Center, had awesome food. And then we got like a brownie sundae thing for dessert. So we ended up sharing everything, which is great. But so that was a lot of food. That was a lot of food. And then I tracked the rest of the week. And so I was convinced 110%. I'm like, there ain't no way. There ain't no way I have a loss this week. No way. Because my workouts were much less. So I burned fewer calories. I ate a lot more food. There was no way in heck that I was going to have, I thought for sure I was going to have a gain. Thought for sure. And alas, down 0.2, which for me was like victory. I might as well have been down 2 pounds. I was so happy to see a loss at the scale this week. So I am actually going to attribute that loss to a couple of things, which I'll get to in a second. Let me catch up on things here. Now my name on here is just obnoxious. Yeah, pretty much, but that's okay. I appreciate you for having the coffee cup next to your name. So, Trudy's up 0.6, but after last weekend, I'm pretty happy with that. Exactly. That's how I felt. Mick, hello, my friend. A few weeks ago, I was down 152 weeklies before I stopped tracking, and I'm not sure how I lost that week. And maybe it is because you guys remember my week before where I lost 2.9 pounds? Like, that was bomb. So with 2.9 and the 0.2, I still averaged the last 2 weeks. I averaged 1.5 pounds each week, which is stellar, absolutely stellar. So I have absolutely zero complaints about that. But what might have happened was I was on such good behavior last week. I was definitely lower on the end of my calorie deficit, all that stuff, strictly following Fab4, a couple of days where I only used a handful of weeklies, right? So maybe the fact that I, all in a period of a couple of days, used most of my weeklies because I managed to get myself back together for the most part the remainder of the week on the weekdays. But perhaps that spike in things, and I was still being very active during the weekend. We were walking around stadiums and walking downtown and doing all of these things. So that must have just like kickstarted something. Or maybe I'm just burning more energy trying to stay warm in this weather. That's a possibility too. I don't know if that's actually a thing. I don't recommend trying it, but it could be a thing. Maybe my body's just so cold that it's like, must get warm, must turn up the temperature. I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't know. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I didn't track 2 days and I'm up 1.4. Hello, Dina. Something I've learned and love regarding tracking my weight is to do weekly averages instead of a particular weigh-in day. Sometimes weight can fluctuate so much. Yes. So there's actually a couple things happening. And a guy actually commented on my Instagram post, which is very odd because 98% of people, no offense to you, Mick, but like, I have female followers. I have the handful of men that stick with me for the long haul, and I appreciate you all so much. But this is a guy I'd never seen before, and he must have just found one of my hashtags or something. And he commented on how, week to week it can be different and blah, 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 blah. Like, weight is not the only way to measure progress. He was trying to lecture me on something that I've told you guys years and years ago. And I was like, yes, that's true. And then I mentioned about how for women, I'm starting to do that data, gathering all of the data for my weight comparison versus where I am in my cycle instead of week to week. So for example, next week, according to my app, my period is 9 days away, which means next Friday, I'm going to be at the height of PMS, which means I'm not expecting a gain. For data purpose, or I'm not expecting a loss, rather. I'm absolutely expecting a gain. For data purposes, I will weigh myself on Friday and I will report back because I'm tracking. I have like my day one of my cycle. I know what that is. I haven't weighed myself every single day, but every day that I can weigh myself under the same conditions I have. And I've been using the app called Happy Scale to keep track of that. And what Happy Scale does, and this was to your point, Chrissy, was it will tell you what your actual logged weights are. And it will also average out your weights to be like, based on the way you've been going lately, this is actually your weight based on average, even though you might be up or even though you might be down today. So as long as your trajectory continues to be down, that's great. But if you have like a spike one day, it'll take that into consideration and put it into your average instead of you just accepting a 2-pound gain when it wasn't really deserved. So the Happy Scale app I've been using for the average purposes, but also for the everyday, like just keeping track of my weight every single day. So iTrack Bites doesn't have like a trillion dots. So I'm only tracking my weight once a week on iTrack Bites, but I'm tracking it as often as possible because this weekend we don't have much to do. I'm going to make my husband make me that spreadsheet on Excel. I told you guys about this, right? Where I want him to do a spreadsheet that's labeled like 1 through 30 because a normal woman cycles 28 days. I'm convinced mine's a little bit longer. And then I'm going to put my weight for every day of the cycle. And then we're going to put the next month's day 1, day 2, day 3, et cetera, et cetera. And then I want something that's going to say, compared to last month during this time, you're down X or you're up X. So I can watch the entire fluctuation happen. That's what I want because I'm a nerd. So we'll see how that goes. But so also given the fact that last week was, sorry for the men who are here, last week was ovulation week, this past weekend and whatnot. So like everything, I'm tracking my cycle very carefully this month because I knew for sure when my period started. So I was like, this is day 1, let's get the data. And so according to that TED Talk that I talked about by James Smith, after ovulation is when things start to tank. Maybe it's no accident that I felt like crap this week. I'm just saying, it's very interesting that ever since learning about this stuff, I've actually been noticing that this stuff actually does happen. And I'm like, that's interesting. Very interesting. So based on that information, next week might even be a little bit harder. Next week, I should plan to eat a little bit more. And now that I'm thinking about it, right before, where's the wrapper? Right before I came on here, I ate a Built Bar. And I have pre-tracked my dinner. Open. So I'm getting used to the new phone. Let's see. I pre-tracked my dinner, which is going to be salmon from Home Chef. And today, without me tracking the Built Bar, I'm already 3 points over for the day, which is fine, which is totally fine. I got a new set of weeklies, but like I'm already eating more because I knew that I started to get hungry right before I came on here. And I was like, there ain't no way I can wait till dinner. There's no way. So I ate a Built Bar to try and shut my stomach up. So I'm already on track to be consuming more food this week, which is to be expected because our body temperatures, women, actually go up during this time of the month and we burn a couple hundred more calories, which is why we end up craving and wanting to eat all the things and all that jazz. So if I'm thinking ahead, if I'm aware that this is going to happen, I can eat a couple more pieces of fruit, to satisfy that sugar craving and to get a couple more calories in me. Or I can eat a Built Bar when I otherwise wouldn't have planned on it because that makes me think I had a treat and gets me protein and fiber. So as long as I'm thinking about it, I might be okay, but I'm aware of the stuff that could hinder me in this next week. And again, I'm not expecting a loss next week because PMS and I are not friends. But the awareness is what counts because that means right after everything starts, the cycle starts over again, I can get back, right back at it, going really strong, and then maybe have another week of 2-pound losses or something, And eventually, as long as you don't recoup all of the weight you lost at the beginning of your cycle, you're back. Am I back? Your connection is unstable. Cool. Am I back? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I'm back. Okay, great. That was a legit pause, too. I have no idea what caused that. Woof. Goodness. Okay. So, and now my computer is making noises at me. So apparently it really didn't like that either. So that's my spiel. That's my spiel. Let's see. Absolutely thrilled to see you had a loss after last week. Yes, Lissa, I was thrilled too. Your comparison picture is incredible. Oh, thank you. Actually, it is. I think mindless eating. They mentioned that people are hungrier in cold weather because the body burns calories trying to keep warm. Well, perhaps maybe that's why. Because I was up all night on Saturday at this hotel that I could not get warm at after being outside. Oh, it was a hot mess. Oh, it was a hot mess. It was actually a cold mess, but I was literally frozen all night long trying to get warm. It was brutal. Maybe that's where all the calories went. That's what happened. I mean, hey, if winter wants to treat me that way and I burn a little bit extra calories trying to stay warm, then great. Because we all know that I'm going to be frozen this whole winter anyway. So, Maris weighs in tomorrow. I read Michael Matthews' book, and he suggested doing weekly average tracking. I have 10 points left for dinner, but I'm probably going to eat 6 of them and do rollovers. Yeah, rollovers. Excellent. I'm starting WW tomorrow. Tips for a newbie. All right, my friends, everybody. What are your tips for our newbie, Kathleen? Mine is, especially if you're going to WW, so I haven't had, well, that's not true. I was going to say I haven't had the pleasure of walking in there and getting to pick what plan I go on. But that's not true. I use iTrack Bites, so I literally pick what plan I'm on every day. I decide to stay on carb conscious. And that's not to say that you can switch plans every day. That's not how it works. But tips for don't do something based on what someone else tells you to do. I would say, like, do what feels right for you. Pick the plan that feels right for you. And kind of know yourself and use that to guide you instead of, oh, well, I lost on green plan or I lost on blue plan. It doesn't matter what other people did. You do you. Yeah. And I firmly believe, especially for freestyle, that having your food prepped is super, super important. Yeah. Barbara, hello. Let's all turn the furnace down a bit. Yeah, now we're all going to sit here and be cold just so we burn the extra calories. I need to write down to research that because I'm very curious to know, actually. Let's see. Research. Cold burning calories. That would make an interesting video, wouldn't it? I'm doing a different plan at WW, but my main tip would be drink lots of water. Yes, 100%. Yes, this is Miranda's here. Hello. How many ounces of water have I had today? 96. When I finish this, it will be 96 ounces of water, which means I'm super close to getting in my gallon. Yes. That's the goal. That's the goal. Question about carb conscious. Is it strict as, say, Atkins? Can you still have some carbs? Yes. Okay. That is a great question. So the reason they call it carb conscious is because they decided not to call it Bites Plus and try and spoof off of the Weight Watchers name. But it is Weight Watchers Points Plus is what it is. So it's their old plan that they don't use anymore. And the formulation that they use to calculate a point in Points Plus is very different from Smart Points. In Points Plus, aka Carb Conscious, you use fat, carbs, fiber, and protein. Did you all see that real slick CMT move where I changed hands because I realized my left hand wasn't going to move my fingers? Yep. Don't know if you caught that. There's a little inside look at the disability side of me today. But so the whole concept of low carb or whatever is because it takes fiber into consideration. The whole net carb equation is total carbohydrates minus your fiber grams equals your net carbohydrate, right? So the fact that they take fiber into consideration and fiber benefits your point value, the higher fiber, the lower in points. That's why they're calling it carb conscious. It's not low carb. It's just being mindful of what kind of carbs you choose to eat. I eat carbs every single day. I love carbohydrates. Like Oprah, I love bread. Bread is one of my favorite things. Excuse me. And so it's not like super strict. The joy of all of these plans, current WW, old school WW, whatever it is as long as you stay in your points budget, you can eat whatever the heck you want. That's the general rule. Now, are there food choices you can make that are significantly wiser than others? Yes. But if you decided that all you were going to do is eat once a day and eat a giant brownie sundae and wipe out all your points, if that's all you ate that day, you would absolutely lose weight. But not that I'm advising, like high fiber bread would be better. Yes. So stay away from white bread, stay away from empty carbohydrates, limit your sugar. But what I do like is that on Smart Points, you get penalized for sugar, and on Points Plus, you do not. So instead of filling your body with chemicals, no offense to you guys using Smart Points, but you can use regular sugar instead, and that will not have as massive of an impact as it would on something that uses Smart Points. So I have stopped using sugar-free creamers in my coffee. I have stopped using, gosh, what else did I change? I don't even remember, but I've started using like full fat, full sugar products. I don't eat fat-free cheese anymore. Really ever. No, I don't. Even the mozzarella that I use for diet recipes is light mozzarella, not fat-free. But I'm literally a decade into this journey, and I'm manipulating the way I eat to be much more sustainable for me. So you also have to decide what's right for you and what you need to do to make sure you can achieve your goals. I hope that answered your question, Chrissy. You should read Mindless Eating. I think you would love it. Lissa, who did you say that the author of the book was? Sorry, I'm way behind on comments. Mindless Eating. I always have paper by my side here. Oh my gosh, I just read the other day, to sleep better is to keep your room cool, but you must wear a hat, gloves, and socks. Wait, why do you have to wear a hat, glove, and socks? Just because you need to stay warm, but the room needs to be cold? That's interesting to me, Barbara, because another thing that could have attributed to the fact that I did not gain but lost a little bit this week was the fact that I completely ignored my alarm clock all week long. And I decided that because I'm having such a hard time with my nerve disease, like there was one night I legit felt like the nerve running from my lower back on my left side straight down through my hamstring and to my knee. Like the nerve hurt. One specific, it was like a little wire, hurt. And I'm like, this blows. This really blows. It's like I started to feel like, this was like Wednesday night, I think it was. I legit started to feel like I was coming down with something. And it was just the body aching. That's it. I was like, oh, this is really bad. So all week I've kind of been a little bit more flexible. Instead of I haven't gotten up at 5:30 in quite some time. But I usually get up around 6 after my husband gets out of the shower. And I've been getting up between 6:30 and 7. Yesterday, I slept in until 7:45. And I've just been prioritizing sleep because I'm like, you know what? Winter is draining my energy like never before. This is my first Minnesota winter, so it's impacting me a little bit stronger than the Chicago winters, weirdly, because they're not that different, I don't think. But so what I've been doing, and I was like, you know what? I have to sleep. Let me, as long as I'm eating well-ish, resting, and actually prioritizing sleep over getting up early and doing my morning routine just for a short period of time to see if that helps me, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I did all week long. I worked out less. I slept more. And sleep could really have something to do with it. And we cool our house down to 68, I think, at night. But I'm buried. I don't know if you guys have seen on Instagram. Occasionally I share it. I'm in long sleeves, flannel pants, slipper socks, like furry, thick slipper socks. I have a foot warmer, an electric foot warmer by the end of my bed. I slip my feet into the preheated electric foot warmer. I cover myself then with a 20-pound weighted blanket. Are you still with me? These are all my layers. Then I have a sheet that I share with my husband. The rest I share with my husband. He doesn't get the weighted blanket, though. He hates that stupid thing. I love it. Then we have a sheet. Then we have this extra nice, like, king-sized fuzzy blanket we got at Target for like $25 or something, which is wonderful. It's nice and soft, has an extra layer. And then I have our comforter on. So and I bury myself up to my shoulders. And there are some times that my nose still gets cold and I can't fall asleep. And so I have to like bury my face. So I'm all about that whole burying yourself in warmth because that's what I do literally every night. Every night. I think one of my biggest tips is to track what you eat now and then see where you are instead of trying to change everything at once. Oh, that's interesting. I still think macro management is a better name. Yep. And while you shouldn't switch plans from day to day or even from week to week, it's okay to experiment a bit. Take the assessment and see where it puts you, but try other plans too. Yeah, that's true. But don't. So I'd say yes, for sure, but give a plan a solid 6 to 8 weeks before you decide it's not for you. You have to let your body adjust to your new way of eating before you determine if it can work for you long term. I love bread, but I always choose higher fiber bread. Yes. My sugar cravings have gone down quite a bit since starting WW. Yeah, that's because you have to, well, especially if you're on actual WW, I assume you are and using Smart Points, right? Because they penalize you so high for sugar, if you're staying within your points range, you're reducing the amount of sugar that you've been eating. Brian Wozniak. Brian Wansink. Okay, cool. Thank you, Lissa. Thank you. I'm thinking of giving Carb Conscious a try. I love it. I mean, that's the plan that way back in the day, however many years ago that was, that's what I lost almost 60 pounds on. Like that plan has something to do with the core temperature in your stomach. What? Bob and Brad Physical Therapist channel. You guys are giving me all sorts of stuff to write down. This is so interesting. My dad keeps our hut at 61 at night and when he's not home. Yep. Would you believe I have a fan on in our bedroom every night all year round? I would believe that. Yeah. My husband sleeps warm too. We don't do the fan, but yeah. I allowed myself to sleep until 7:30 since I was off work and didn't have to get up at 5 a.m. I ended up waking up at 5:45. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes too. Weight Watchers advises at least 2 weeks, but I like giving things at least a month. Yeah, I don't think 2 weeks is long enough. I really don't. Because you're still motivated after 2 weeks. You need to give it enough time where I'm so psyched about doing this. Motivation tapers a little bit to see if you can still do it. Winter paralyzes me. Preach, sister. At this point, I count it a win to maintain my weight loss. Once temperatures get warm, I'm really active outdoors. And yep. Chrissy, you and I, we're the same. It came out 10 years ago this November. Points Plus did? Oh. I was part of that transition. I vividly remember waking up so excited the day that the new points plan dropped. I mean, I did that every time a new points plan dropped. Because we're talking, so I remember that. I remember when Smart Points dropped and I had stayed up late so my computer switched to midnight so I could look at my Weight Watchers app and see what was new and exciting. And then Freestyle dropped the day we disembarked or embarked, whichever one means we left on a cruise. And once we got on the cruise ship and we were still in port and I still had internet, I was on the Weight Watchers app trying to learn as much as I could before I lost internet service. So I could kind of try to do it while I was on the cruise. I'm always excited when new plans launch. I was not excited this time because I was not a part of it and I didn't care. Share my mother's first and last name. Oh, how wonderful. Summer kills me. I couldn't sleep without the fan. I need the feel of air circulating. Yeah, I get that. I don't do air circulating, but I always have the essential oil diffuser going for a little bit of white noise, and that does kind of at least put stuff out into the air, you know? I remember a lady in one of my meetings getting so upset because the posters didn't have a picture of banana, and 0-point bananas were a big thing. Yeah, I remember the 0-point bananas. It was life-changing to have a 0-point banana. But nobody considers the fact that you can abuse the 0-point banana. Yeah. So anyway, do we have any other questions, comments, concerns, things you want to talk about? Because I kind of said my piece. I lost weight. I'm not entirely sure why, but I have a couple of did I talk about protein? I ate a lot of protein. Like a lot of protein this week. My goal was to get to 100 grams of protein a day, and I did it most days. And I'm doing it again today. Without having tracked my Built Bar, I think I'm at 117 grams of protein. That's with dinner pre-tracked. So that I really think for my body, because I don't know if it's because I have a muscle degenerating disease, but the more protein I eat, the better everything is all around. I function better, I have more energy, and I lose more weight. That just is what it is. So my goal is to truly just eat a lot of protein. And I'm not afraid. Like yesterday, I deliberately went over in points just to get to my protein goal. And I was a little bit perturbed at Points Plus, but I get perturbed about any plan I'm on because what seems to happen is I barely hit a calorie goal of 1,300 calories. Actually, let me look at what mine ended up being. Because I remember being truly perturbed about this because I track my 0-point foods. Oh, I couldn't figure out how you got Gracie's face. I made that an emoji too, didn't I? I forgot about that. I was really confused for a second. But I track all of my 0-point fruits and vegetables because on iTrack Bites, you can secondarily track your calories and your macros. And so in order to have an accurate calorie count, I also track my produce roughly. I'm not real anal about it, but I do make sure it's in there. And yesterday I consumed, oh shoot, I need to change to calories so I can tell you how many calories I did. I consumed 1,500 calories. Totally reasonable. It's the number that MyFitnessPal would give me to be able to lose weight at a decent rate and still eat food. 1,500 calories. I was 11 points over. I was a little bit furious. I love my plan, but I was furious when like I had 1 point left and I was at my calorie goal of 1,300 calories. I was like, what? I still need to eat more protein. Where did all my points go? Like, I don't even understand. And it's not like I ate anything crazy either. For dessert last night for dinner, I had 5 points. I remember I had some gingerbread cookies. Finished up the gingerbread cookies, but my dinner was a healthy portion of my chili for 4 points, full fat cheese for 3 points, and avocado for 2 points. Like, it was infuriating. So I've decided just in the last week, we're going to try this for a couple of weeks and see how it goes. But I worked so hard to get the protein goal that I've decided I want to be okay with having to go over my points if it means I get my protein goal. Now, if I start to go beyond 1,500 calories, we're going to have an issue. But it's okay. I should probably bump up my calorie goal. No, but it wouldn't matter with the points, would it? No, that's not the thing that needs to change. The point goal needs to change. So we'll see. I'm going to be okay with using weeklies for the sake of my protein. Basically, is the conclusion I came to after yesterday's tracking. Because I was so proud of the way I ate yesterday, and I was 11 points over. 11. Come on, that's almost half my day. Ridiculous. Protein stabilizes blood sugar, helps fullness, helps hunger, helps recovery, necessary for weight loss. Miranda, have you read Body Love by Kelly LeVeque? I'm sure if you've been watching my channel, you've heard me talk about it. You sound like the fact that you said it stabilizes your blood sugar, that's literally what the Fab4 diet is. Like it's to prevent blood sugar spikes. And that's how I've been eating fuller fat and high protein. And I feel great about it. Like you'd be really, really interested in that. And I'm currently working my way through her second book, Body Love Every Day. Almost done with that. I need to finish it by the end of the month to reach my reading goal. But it's so good. It's such a good book. I need to know what to do when I get to maintenance. I have 4 weeks until I get to lifetime. Does WW tell you what to do? This is a great question for Miranda because Miranda is at maintenance. So yes, in my experience, and this was Points Plus, I don't remember what they tell you to do for Smart Points, but in Points Plus, they told you, oh, just add 6 points to your dailies and that's maintenance mode. Nope. That's maintenance mode for some people, but not for everybody. No. So what they will tell you to do is they will have you increase your daily points because the goal is no longer to lose, it is to maintain. The question is, what is right for your body? So I would recommend, and again, Miranda might have, if you have a great leader, the answer is yes. My leader walked me through what she wanted me to do in maintenance and lifetime. And what was her guideline? I'm very, very curious. But what I would suggest, and this is from somebody who has not been a Weight Watchers leader since Points Plus World, start with like 2 points. Seriously, like that small. What's the worst thing that happens? You track perfectly and you lose a little bit more. Oh no, life is over. But start with 2 points and then track perfectly, do everything right. And once you do that, if you get on the scale and you have a loss, okay, maybe try 3 points or 4 points. So experiment until you track everything accurately. You hop on the scale and the scale didn't move. And like by didn't move, I mean like 0.2, maybe even 0.4, like that's maintenance. You're fine. But if the losses continue to be bigger, you need to up your calories more. She said to add 1 to 2 points a day for the first two. Yep. Okay. Bump up. Yep. Oh, good. That's pretty much exactly what I said. So good. I'm on the same page as Weight Watchers. Yeah. So that's what I would recommend. Take it slow. People get so excited when they hit goal. They're like, I don't have to lose anymore. And they sabotage themselves. I did that. So don't do that. Take it slow. The first week I did the 6, just like they recommended I do. And I gained, and I was like, okay, so that wasn't the right answer. And then life happened and blah, blah, blah. But so definitely just take it slow and try and be as accurate as possible. There will come a time when you can probably loosen the reins a little bit. But if you truly want to know what your magic number is, I would recommend being pretty strict with yourself throughout this process of trying to figure out what your magic daily points number is. So that's a great question. That was a really great question. The little Gracie emoji is adorable. Thank you. That is something that people who decide to join the membership to my channel get access to. Because who doesn't want an emoji of little Miss Gracie, who is nowhere to be seen? I don't know. Notice how she always pesters me on Tuesday nights, but she's never up here when I'm live streaming on Fridays. She couldn't care less about me during the day. Couldn't care less. Dumb dog. The blueberry muffin Fab4 smoothie is amazing. Was that just with blueberries in it? I think I made that one. And all of them are good. I haven't used them yet because I haven't been in a mood for a smoothie. So I've been putting kale and stuff. I showed it on my Instagram this morning. Kale and salsa and garlic in a pan and then putting eggs over it. So I've been having that. And I mixed fiber powder into it, which I thought wouldn't work, but it did. So I have like a Fab4 meal instead of a Fab4 smoothie in the morning because I just haven't been in the mood for cold lately. But I think I'm going to start that up this week. But what my whole point was, at Target, they had So they have their whole new brand now, Good and Gather, right? I don't know if you shop at Target and you've seen that around, but they have a whole bunch of, the display looks very nice because their packaging is very simple but very colorful, but the frozen fruit looks great. And they have one, I'm not going to remember what's in it now, that's like cherries and raspberries and blueberries maybe. There might be strawberries in there too. I don't remember, but it was a big bag. And I bought that bad boy because one of my favorite daily harvest smoothies is based on kind of that idea, like the cherry, if they had figs in it, but I'm not going to pay for figs because figs are expensive. But like that cherry, that berry base. And I'm looking forward to making my own Fab Four smoothie out of that. That's going to be real good. And of course with kale, but quite frankly, like I've put kale in every Fab Four smoothie I've ever made and you don't taste it. You just don't taste it. So don't be afraid to put kale in your smoothies, my friends. I'm going to download the book this weekend. This week I've been using Fit Points all week. I've used most of my weeklies on Saturday. Yay, cake and banana bread. But I'm okay with it because I'm not spending points on junk food. Yeah. Is it the magenta bag, tart cherries, sweet cherries, blueberries, and strawberries? That sounds right. I don't remember what it is, but it's very large. Like they have cute little bags of frozen stuff, and then they have bigger bags. I went all ham in and got the big bag, and I just haven't opened it yet. But it's one of those. It's either that or it's cherries, raspberries, blueberries. It's one of the two, but that one sounds right because I think I wanted strawberries in it, so I found one with strawberries in it. But it's very good. Well, I hope it's very good. Also, have any of you ever, because like I love berries and like red fruit. It's my favorite fruit. But this time of year, it's not always the best. You know, I get it if it's on sale and it looks good, but it's either too expensive or looks real crappy. Have any of you ever used frozen fruit and like just portioned it out and like let it defrost and eaten that and found that to be not disgusting? Like, did it satisfy your desire for red fruit? Because I was also thinking when I bought that, I was like, oh, I wonder if that would be good. Just like having a little bowl of it, with a piece of chocolate or whatever. No, it's yucky. That's what I was afraid of. I found the video from Bob. I'll post it later in the comments section. It won't allow me to post it here in the chat. No problem. You can also post it if you're in the Facebook group. You can post it in the Facebook group. Squishy. Yeah, I knew it'd be squishy, but is it still like, I don't know. I'll have to try it. Or I could just eat it frozen, I guess. Frozen fruit's good. I used to eat frozen blueberries all the time. Frozen cherries are really good, but strawberries not so much. Yeah, no, we like frozen grapes and we like frozen blueberries. Frozen fruit text code today. I wasn't sure if I would like it. For the sake of smoothies, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing for the right purpose. I prefer my grapes frozen. Frozen grapes. My husband introduced me to frozen grapes, and then I started doing frozen blueberries. I love them. I think he loves them. I haven't done them in a long time. Gracie loves them. Gracie is a big fan of blueberries. So it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. Anything else, my friends? Oh my gosh, we've been going for almost 45 minutes. Got a drink. Sorry, I have to slow down when I drink. Otherwise, I end up burping and losing my breath. I don't know why. I can do frozen cherries, mango, and pineapple are okay thawed. Interesting. I do canned pineapple if I want pineapple. That's no problem. Oh, no problem, Audrey. Don't worry about it. I figured you would just finish the sentence. And also, I probably told you this before, but I love that your dog's name is Toto. That makes my Wizard of Oz loving heart so happy. Yeah. Anything else, my friends? Anything else? Let me see. What do I have? I think this week, Toto loves apples. Interesting. I don't know if Gracie loves apples. Gracie she loves carrots, and she loves blueberries. She does not like, at least based on recent experience, I had a piece of broccoli that hit the floor and she ran into the kitchen and found it. And then I found it later somewhere on the carpet. She did not like the broccoli. I found frozen dragon fruit at Target once. It's still there. I've seen it. I haven't bought it yet, but I've seen it. Um, but I'm also in the Minneapolis area, which doesn't necessarily make a difference. You would think that because I'm in the area that I'm in, that like I'd have access to all awesome things Target. But I've seen there are a couple of Target fan accounts that I follow out in like California that have things that I can't find. And I'm freaking at the hub of Target and I can't find these things. I'm like, don't you think that if Target came out with it, like it'd be here first? No? No? Great. But there's a lot of stuff that we do have, which is awesome. And if it's not at one location, it's at another, and I'm surrounded by like 500 Targets. So I wish we had Target in Ireland. It sounds amazing. It is amazing. I freaking love Target. It's dangerous though. When we were downtown the other day, my husband and I went over to Target first because we were going to Target Center for the basketball game. And he left me in Target. And I was like, you realize how dangerous it is to leave your wife in Target for an extended period of time. But what was very cool about it is, I don't know if this is out in stores across the country yet, but they have come out with, it has hit stores, a new fitness line. They have gotten rid of the Champion C9 and they have a whole new fitness line called All in Motion. And in the Target downtown, we're talking the one right across the street from the Target headquarters building, so like the Target downtown, they had an entire display of this new fitness line. And it was beautiful. And my husband, I'm sorry, guys. I should have silenced him. I have to shower and head back to work. I'll message you this weekend when I sign that book. Great. Miranda, have a wonderful weekend. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the whole new line at Target's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I found... I told Richie that when we go to Florida, I'll have to visit Target lots of times during our trip. Yeah, Target's fun. It's a fun place. Where do you normally go in Florida, Audrey? Yeah, I'm just curious because does Target sell clothes? Oh, girl, does Target sell clothes? Target's clothes is why women go to Target. Because you can buy, this is from Target. It's got lace. It's a comfortable, like, not quite sweatshirt looking thing. And it's from Target. Half of my closet is from Target. Target sells everything. The other reason you go to Target is for home decor. You go for cute home decor and cute clothes. That's why you go to Target. You happen to do your grocery shopping while you're there. There was this brand there that I just noticed that I was going to post on Instagram, but I was waiting for my phone to actually transfer information because I got the new phone. And so I couldn't leave the building, but I wanted to take pictures and I couldn't use either of my phones. And but there's a brand there now called Rae, R-A-E, that has like, it's in the beauty section, but it's like supplements. And I was very curious to know if any of you would be interested in me reviewing those products. They had like one for stress, one for sleep, one for skin. They had like a protein powder. They had a couple things that looked very interesting. They had a couple of like for hydration, like skin hydration and everything. And it was just really, really interesting. And they weren't that expensive. It was like $15 for one of the bottles of pills or whatever. I was very curious to know if you guys would be interested in me reviewing any of that product because I love supplementing. I really do, because I'm convinced that, especially with my body, the more I can get, the better, usually. Oh, look who decided to grace us with her presence. Hello. Hello, little girl. Oh, we can't see her. There's no good way to, she's just in the way of the chair. Come here, Gracie. What are you doing? I think she finally decided she should figure out who I was talking to. Yeah. No, Target in Canada, even when we had Target for a short time, it had terrible prices. Yeah, Target in Canada didn't go well. But, you know, it is what it is. So, eco-friendly green household product line and Away, an all-natural version of You're funny. I love supplements. I take one called High Five every morning, and it's amazing. I think you've told me about that. And I can't remember what it was, but I remember you telling me about something you get in Ireland that I can't really get here. I've been drinking Republic of Tea called Beauty Sleep. It's good and good for the skin. Interesting. What are your favorite websites for WW-friendly recipes? This is a great question. So I have a couple of blogs that I refer to on a regular basis. Skinny Taste. You want to come up here? Hold, please. Come here. Come. I don't have time for your jerkiness. Come here. This is how long it takes me to get her to come every time. Come. There you go. Hello. Hi, did you have a good nap? Oh, hello, baby. So skinnytaste.com is a good one. I love Drizzle Me Skinny. She is also on Instagram. Who else do I do? Emily Bites blog is a good one. Emily Bites. And who's the other one? Emily Bites. Drizzle Me Skinny. Oh my gosh. Rachel's Healthy Plate is one. Skinny Taste. I swear there's another one. I can't for the life of me remember who it is right now. But there are a lot of good ones. I bought the primer you showed and recommend. Love it. The e.l.f. one, Chrissy? The e.l.f., the putty one. That one's really good. Yeah, for $8, the e.l.f. putty primer. Yeah, that's a good one. We do have what was possibly still is the largest small format Target. Interesting. Used to be one around Bridgewater. Interesting. Didn't know about Greenland. You happy to be up here or do you want to go down? What do you think? She's so fluffy. She's such a fluffy girl. Oh my goodness. She just realized I was gone. Goober never wants. Yep, and there she goes. She thinks she wants to be held, but she never actually wants to be held. Hey, stop that. No digging in the carpet. Yeah. All right, my friends. So I got nothing else. Any other questions? Or otherwise, I'm going to sign off for the day. I swear, I'm trying to get back to a normal content schedule. I'm just trying so hard to get inspired. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even that I'm not motivated. It's that I don't have any inspiration happening up in here. And if I got nothing inspiring to say, I'm not going to create content just to create content and have it be crappy. So I'm trying. I have a new in food that's going to go up next week, which I'm really excited about. And I'm working on it. So if you guys have any video suggestions, doesn't have to be weight loss related. I'm trying to branch out, as you guys know, and start incorporating some more homemaking, housewifing, all that, like all of that jazz. I would love to know your suggestions. You can either leave them in video comments or you know how to reach out to me on Instagram and Facebook and all that jazz. But I'd love to know what you want to see because I'm struggling for that 2020 motivation. Like I have all the goals and I just can't, like, it's hard. Have you seen that meme or whatever going around how like saying like January is my free trial month? You know, that's kind of how I feel about January because now I'm home and like ready to, I can get myself into the right headspace to start strong on February 1st. And I was like, you know what? Maybe my new year just has to start in February because I'm going to be traveling through the new year from now until probably eternity. And so it's not practical for me to be motivated and ready to hit the ground running on January 1st because we will never be home. So February 1st might be my jam. Like get everything set in January and started, but like go gung-ho in February. We'll see. It's been rough, guys. It's been rough. But shout out to all of you for sticking with me through all of it. I really, really appreciate you. You have no idea. Spotted e.l.f. for sale here. Go back tomorrow. Yeah, it's a good primer, Audrey. I'm about to binge watch your videos. I really want to try wearing makeup more often. It's fun. I don't wear makeup very often. I put a little bit on today, and I'm digging it. So this is great. You came earlier since I've been trying to turn off all electronics by 8:30. Yeah, so on Fridays, I go live in the afternoon. On Tuesdays, I go live in the evening. makeup help. Really? Okay, so like what kind of makeup? Because fun fact, I used to have a beauty channel and I didn't do it long enough to actually get into anything. Like I'm not good. Like I'm not a makeup artist, but I can stand my ground. I regularly get compliments on my eyes when I just do a little something fancy, but nothing really fancy because my hands don't work. So I can't like do all of the really meticulous things. But like I figured out how to use liquid eyeliner. I'm figuring out how to accomplish these makeup things with the hands that I have, which is very important. So yeah. By the way, who won the step bet? Did everyone complete it? I did. I think we lost 4 people. I should check in on that. Did they ever reward us our money? I have to go look. Do you use makeup brushes? I sure do. I went through like the makeup sponge, like the beauty blender phase or whatever. I now put my foundation on with my fingers. And then I will take, maybe they took your money and ran. I don't know, man. I could have gotten an email and I used my money to buy a new lunchbox. That's awesome. When did you get the payout? Because maybe I just didn't notice. Like if it was during the holidays, I could have very well just overlooked it. It's very possible. Because I have not been paying attention to my emails and whatnot for like during the holiday season. I really tried to unplug enough to be with my family. And most days wearing it would be stupid. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have when you want to like feel a little better about yourself. Like for example, tonight is date night and we're staying home. Like I don't need to have any makeup on. Granted, I put some makeup on for you, but like if my husband's coming home and I want to feel cute, I have a powder foundation. Let me show you. I have become a big fan of IT Cosmetics lately. Big fan. And when I do nothing else, I do a little bit of this, and it just kind of evens out the acne scars and whatnot that I have. And then I do a little bit of eyebrow. I have like the eyebrow pencil, but then I have like the eyebrow like colored gel. Was that the doorbell? I'm losing my mind. I heard a noise, and now Gracie's barking. Hey, Gracie, be quiet. Who sells IT makeup? Ulta, Sephora, or itcosmetics.com. IT Cosmetics is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I own the foundation that I'm wearing. I have this. Hang on. Give me a minute. This is Elf. Or not Elf. Gracie, be quiet. This. I think there's one other thing. Oh, this. And this. All right. Turn this into. So I do have this primer by them, which I forgot that I owned, quite frankly. It came in a set that I bought over the holidays. And this is actually really great. It's oil-free. It's wonderful. This is the foundation I have on today. It is called their CC Cream. It is one of their best-selling products on the market. I bought it the first time a couple years ago, and I didn't like it. Now my skin is much less oily, and so now I really love it. And it has like skincare and stuff in it too. It's really great. When I want to do like foundation, I have Confidence in a Foundation, which is hydrating. And then I have the Celebration Foundation, which is what I told you about. I also have, I forgot to grab it, another powder compact of their CC powder. So it has a label like this one, but it's in a compact. I have their Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. And I have this lip balm gloss product, which I really, really love because it's super hydrating. And it's super hydrating and sheer color. And this is Rose. It's wonderful. It's a higher end brand. Like their foundations are about $35 or so. Really good. Really, really good. Your makeup always looks amazing. Oh, thank you. What's the best foundation, primer? What's the best? All right, so Tracy wants some makeup videos out of me. We're going to do that. It makes me happy to know because like in my favorites videos and stuff, I talk about beauty products all the time and I never know if you guys care. I started using a brush for foundation and love it much better than the sponge. Yeah, so I went through a phase with sponges. I recently bought the Real Techniques Makeup Sponge Beauty Blender I can't get over here. So I loved Beauty Blender. I had 2 Beauty Blenders and they felt very different. And I was like, and I had one that worked a lot better. Then I bought the Real Technique ones, the orange ones, and because they had the flat edge and I really, really liked those and whatnot. And then I don't know if it's my skin changed or if my preferences changed or what, but like when my skin started drying out, I didn't like the way the makeup sponges were applying. Audrey, use your makeup sponges damp. Pro tip. Don't use them dry. Make sure you get them wet first, squeeze them out and have them damp. They'll grow a little bit and then you use it. And bounce it. Don't rub it, bounce it. I often have water splashing on my face during work. Yeah. During work, Lissa, it wouldn't make any sense. Hello, my new friend, Lil Rambo, who has probably since left because we are talking about makeup and not fitness today. Check the Step Bet app. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I have the same foundation, CC cream. Yep. I nearly used it to jump into another step, but your skin always looks so beautiful and flawless. Thank you. It has taken a lot of work for my skin to look like this. And when you see me on film, except in vlogs, like if you want the real skin, it's vlogs, but my camera also has lighting adjustment, which really helps. To be honest, my skin is nowhere near perfect, but I've been using Curology for a year now. It'll be a year in March that I've been using Curology. That really, really helped my skin. Really helped. I had adult acne, like bad, like worse than when I was a teenager, and I couldn't get it under control. I just couldn't. And Curology helped. So I really should reach out to them and be like, dude, I like your product and I have a YouTube channel. You want to sponsor a video? Wouldn't that be pretty awesome? I love when companies that I actually already use and enjoy want to sponsor a video, because then it's really, really easy for me, because I'm like, of course, because I already use you and love you. But I've been using and paying for Curology for almost a year now, and I will not stop. I finally decided it's like $40 every 2 months, I think. And I realized that I was spending a lot more money on skincare than that. That's $20 a month. And this works. It took the guesswork out of experimenting to figure out what would clear up my acne. So now I'm using products that are appropriate for my age, hydrating, anti-aging, all that stuff. And then I just top my skin with this treatment specific for my skin, and amazing things are happening. It's taken me until age 33 to figure my skin out. Every year I make January my planning month, and February 1st I treat as my new year because it's too crazy to plan during the holidays. I am legit going to do that from now on because it just makes sense. I'm like, I am ready for February, but I feel like such a failure because January has been such a hot mess just because I got thrown into it. And oh man, do you use any particular face cleanser? I have a handful of them that I use. I've been bouncing around because I do skincare purchasing and asking for my birthday and Christmas, and my birthday's in November, so right around the holidays and everything. So I do like skincare kits and all that stuff. So the cleansers I'm currently using, I bounce between. So the end all be all in makeup remover for me is the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. It is a solid round container that you scoop out with your hands and it melts onto your face. That stuff takes off makeup like, whoa. I've currently been using a cleanser called Emergency Kombucha Cleanser that I'm really, really liking. What is the other cleanser I've been using when I don't use that one? I don't know. Maybe I've just been using that one. I use my cellar water occasionally. I'm going to do, how does this sound? I'm going to do I've been meaning to, but I'll do a whole skincare video. Like, this is my nighttime skincare routine, which is when I'm most, like, my nighttime skincare routine is a process. It's got oils, it's got cleansers, it's got makeup removers, it's got the works. I find it so hard to put on makeup due to my impairment, and I can never wear eye makeup because of the condition I have. Yep. Audrey. So Richie could kill me for suggesting this to you, but there was a video that went around 6 months ago, maybe, I can't remember, of this old man who learned how to do his wife's makeup for him when she couldn't do it anymore. And it was like they went to Sephora or to a Lancome counter or something and had the makeup artist teach him how to do her makeup, and he does her makeup every morning. And it's adorable. Just the thought, like if you really want to look stellar one night or whatever, see if you can teach Richie how to do it. He might do it for you. I've often considered making my New Year July 1st. That's why I love your channel. There's nothing fake about you. What you see is what you get. That's the goal. You guys are smart people. Like, you'll see right through me if I start faking my way through things. I want to share who I really am with you guys. I can't make an impact on this world if I pretend to be somebody I'm not. So you get it all. You get the fact. I'll admit to you when I gain weight. I'll admit to you when I've been eating like crap. I'll also admit to you when I feel like a badass and have been doing a really good job. I will show you what I look like with no makeup on. I will talk to you about my period. I will talk to you about whatever the heck you want. I talk to you about my disability, the good, the bad, and everything in between. I actually am going to start doing some more videos on that. I'm trying to figure out how I want to film them, but I want to do like a video of like some of like the top 5 struggles that I have with CMT, but I want to like not just talk about them. I want to film myself having those struggles, which is kind of hard to do when you don't know what day or when you're going to actually be struggling to like open something, or you know what I mean? But I want to be real with you guys. That's who I am. And you can rest assured, and you can ask people that have met me in person, like the person you get online is the same person that my husband gets, is the same person that my family gets, is the same person that my church gets. I'm me every day for everybody. And that's, if you don't like me, don't follow me. That, you know, because I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I don't care. Good Lord loves me, and that's good enough for me. I know it's a while away, but I'm thinking of a mid-year challenge. Bring them on. Give me all the suggestions, y'all. All the suggestions. Who are recovering from the winter and need a break, a reset. Routine videos would be awesome. Yes, I'm working on those. I think that the thing that made Gracie bark was the Amazon man coming. I got a stand, a tripod for my new phone, so I can start filming things both on my vlogging camera and on here at different angles. And like, oh guys, I have ideas. They just take a lot to execute, and I'm never sure what you guys actually want. But routine videos are definitely on my list for sure. Routine is so simple. I have a yes to tomatoes, charcoal cleanser, and a bottle with scrubby thing. That's great. My husband doesn't even wash his face. I had to buy him moisturizer back in November because his skin was starting to get dry, and I was like, oh, look, you have a skincare routine now. He barely uses it. You are the most real YouTuber. You are wonderful. Thank you, Audrey. Is there a difference in how people lose weight on different plans? Does one help you lose weight faster than the others? Courtney, do not pick a plan based on how fast you think it's going to make you lose weight. That's the wrong answer. I've started in January on green and lost 10 pounds. That's great. That's great. You know how much weight I've lost in January? 3 pounds. This is the thing with me. It's a trigger for me because the goal in weight loss ultimately is to lose weight in a way that is sustainable for the rest of your life. So you don't want anything that's going to help you lose weight fast. Fast is not the answer, because just as fast as you lose it, you can put it right back on. And you need to go at a pace that's okay for your body. You need to go at a pace that is going to allow you to indulge in the things you want to indulge in while still losing weight. You want to go at a pace that is not going to send your body into shock and slow down your metabolism. You know what I mean? Don't pick a plan based on somebody else's success. No, there is no different. Every body is different. Every plan works if you work the plan appropriately. Every plan works. The you cannot say you are not losing weight fast enough unless you are losing less than 1/4 pound a week. So the fact that you have lost 10 pounds in the month of January, that's 2.5 pounds a week, which is, God, I'd kill for losses like that. That's what I had last week, but this week my loss was 0.2, you know? So that exactly what Lissa said. Pick the color that you can stick to long term. What is the plan that you can see yourself continuing to do after you've already hit your goal weight? That's the plan that you should stick with. The plan that makes you feel most free and most comfortable and most not restricted. That's the plan that you should do. Oh, thanks, Audrey. I forgot I did that video. I have a video about how to pick a weight loss plan. Yeah. So that's definitely, do not pick a weight loss plan based on how fast you think it'll help you lose weight. Don't do that. That is setting yourself up for sabotage and failure, in my opinion. If you work the plan will work for you. It will take some time, but it will happen. Oh, that got me up on a soapbox real fast. Hi, Monica. Welcome. Oh, I assume that's that video. Thank you, Lissa. You are on this. You are on this. All right, my friends. I meant to be on here for less than an hour, and we are now at 1 hour and 11 minutes. So good job keeping me going. I appreciate that. Also, shout out to everybody who hit the thumbs up button. I really, really appreciate that too. Because that tells YouTube that you guys actually like me, and that helps me out a ton. So on that note, I'm going to go because my voice be tired, and I have about 6 text messages from my husband that I should probably answer. But this was a lot of fun. Less than an hour, that's funny. I know. I never actually do less than an hour, but I can have goals, can't I? The problem is I don't know how long people will stick around. And I want people to stick around. And so, especially on the replay, if who's going to watch an hour and 12-minute replay? I don't know. Have a great day. Remember to wear your hat and gloves tonight. I know someone said I like green a lot. I'm not starving and I feel like I can stick with it. Then stick with it. Girl, 10 pounds in a month is baller. That is awesome. Think about it. If you stay at that rate for 4 months, you've lost 40 pounds in 4 months. You don't need to be losing any faster than that. The best results for weight loss, according to Weight Watchers, is losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, and you have exceeded that. You have exceeded it. So you're doing great. You are doing better than me, and I'm on here telling other people how to lose weight. So January has been a bad month for me. I've been sick most of it. When I'm sick, I eat. Oh, no. See, when I'm sick, I don't eat, which is very helpful. Not that I ever want to be sick because I don't like feeling terrible, but especially when I'm on, when I have a cold and I'm on decongestants and stuff, I just don't want to eat. I watch replays even if I saw the live. It's because you are very, very loyal, my friend with the coffee cup next to her name. For those of you that are wondering why Lissa has a coffee cup next to her name, I did, in fact, open up channel memberships. If you are interested in that and even knowing what it is, go over to my channel, youtube.com/DivaInTheDivine, and there's a little join button that will give you all the information you need to know. And you too could have a coffee cup next to your name and access to the Gracie emoji. But yeah, 10 pounds. 10 pounds is incredible. You guys, that's awesome. All right. I could keep rambling on, so I'm just going to stop. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you for hanging out with me. Fingers crossed that next week's weigh-in is not completely awful, even though we will be literally in the height of PMS. We'll see what happens. See you later.